You guys, I'm ready.
Okay, good.
And
We are too.
And it's the right time.
Okay.
Lulu, you've got to get off Peggy's chair.
Yeah, I'll get her.
I need to share my space.
Come on, Lulu.
I like the look. That was a good look. That was definitely
Okay.
my spot. I live here. Guest in my house.
Good morning, everyone. We had some technical difficulties, but we are now ready to go. So here we are, all three of us, and you can see us all. So
Awesome.
So good morning.
so Peggy's got something new on the needles. We also have Peggy's shawl here soaking, and we are going to block it this morning. So we'll kind of give you an idea of what we do for that also.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking online and to see about blocking techniques, and I couldn't believe I stumbled upon what are their names again?
Arnie and Carlos.
Arnie and Carlos.
It was my first Arnie and Carlos experience, and they were steaming with an iron.
I've never done that.
And well, I haven't either. I'm watching them. For starters, what an awesome sweater they were blocking.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't know that steaming. You know the ridge of a sweater.
Yes,
You should never steam that.
the ribbing.
The ribbing, because it takes the elasticity out of the ribbing.
Oh.
So I learned, plus, I feel now I know who you guys are talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
But I learned something new, and I would never have known that. But yeah, what an
Pretty cool.
awesome sweater they were doing.
Yeah, they
It was
do
as
some beautiful work.
beautiful inside as it was outside.
Oh,
Yes, excuse me.
How amazing.
Very, very
that's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're great, aren't they, though?
They're very entertaining.
Yes,
They
they
are.
are.
You can see who's watching them.
Oh,
so.
yes.
I just want to give a heads up today for everyone. We've had some technical difficulties. We're running the stream off my iPad, and it's going to be very hard for me to read any comments or respond today till after things are over, and it's just because it's so far away from me that I can't read it. We had to move it quite a ways away to fit all three chairs in. So normally I can read it from my chair, but I can't read it at all right now. So I will try and do that occasionally, but I probably will respond to comments after the broadcast is finished, because then I'll be able to sit with the iPad and read it. I know there's something there right now.
Lorna
Lorna?
says, good sunny morning, no snow. Wait until Friday. That's so true.
Yeah.
Apparently we're in for it
Are
on
we
Friday.
in for it on Friday?
Apparently.
Are you traveling anywhere this weekend?
No.
That's
Not at
nice.
all.
Oh my goodness, your stash bin has grown.
Well, I threw a bunch of, so they're from the shawl, and they're colors that didn't turn out when I was dyeing, just where they were in the pan. They might have been too dark or too light or whatever, so that is for, you want that color to go with yours, don't you?
I just saw it and went, oh, that doesn't belong in there.
I'll dye one for you. Yeah.
Well,
it would be
actually,
perfect.
I have,
Do you have some dark?
what I did was I bought the gold
Oh,
and the gray
And the
from the
gray.
Tranquility to
Right.
put in here.
Perfect.
And the more I touch this, it just, is it my imagination? It feels small.
So, this might have been the one that's a little bit smaller. It's only smaller by 9 meters.
Okay,
Like 391 meters with the 80-20 and 400 meters with the 75-25.
let me rephrase that. It doesn't have
Is it
the
thinner?
same thinner. It feels
Yes.
Thinner, yeah. So if
So
there's,
it is thinner. It's not my imagination.
it's not your imagination.
Okay, good. This
But
will be
you
my
can-
summer shawl.
But you can put the two together. It
Okay.
won't matter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
They're-
good.
I
There's
bought the
close
gold
enough.
to go with my Maurice. So the harvest gold color
Yeah.
in my
Oh, yes.
Cindy.
Yeah.
So I bought the harvest gold
Yeah.
to go with mine. And where are you going to put the dark gray?
It'll be the
in the
brioche.
brioche, so
Yes.
I'm gonna need a second color.
You need 3 colors altogether.
You need 3 colors unless you're going to use your main color to do part of your brioche.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay, and
So
then
I think I'll continue with that, cause I bought the extra ball of the Merlin's cake
Yes.
too.
So that's what they suggest. If you can do that.
Okay.
I'm sure that would look really nice. It's the same with, they said that you can just carry on and do your edge, like your spiky edge in
Yes.
your main color as well.
All right, okay.
So do you only have the 1 ball?
No, I bought 3 balls of the Merlin and 1 ball of the gold.
We can do that.
Okay.
That'll be good. That'll be beautiful, actually. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I think that'll be really pretty. Celia is here. She says, "Good morning."
Good morning,
Good morning.
Celia.
Good morning, good morning.
So Celia just got her kit, so
Oh.
she's going to be working away on that
Oh, well,
Very
Celia,
good.
if you get finished before I do,
today.
I do more taking out than I do putting in. I was in the middle of my second to last section and I looked back and I had knit in a spot where it was supposed to be a pearl for about 12 stitches. I had to go back about 1,000,000 rows.
1,000,000.
Yes,
Oh my gosh,
yes.
that's just terrible.
One stitch at a time.
It feels like 1,000,000 rows.
No, actually, I didn't take it back. I bummed out and I was sitting there and noticed the problem and I said to a friend of mine, just do it. I can't look. Pull.
Oh, you let someone else touch your stuff?
Are you kidding? It was that or I was gonna unravel the whole thing.
You needed someone who knew when to stop.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
That's
yes.
exactly what I needed.
Yeah,
Yes, that's what I needed.
Yeah.
Someone who knew when to stop.
Yeah, that's part of it for sure.
Well, I'm super excited. I'm going to post on my Facebook that I have finished my February projects.
Well, we're only a little ways into March.
It's only the 15th. That's not too bad.
You're very, that's impressive.
I just thought it was funny.
Are you sure? Isn't it past the 15th?
It's St. Patrick's
It's
Day
St.
today.
Patrick's Day.
That's
Look
right.
at Rita.
I'm
Look
all St. Patty's
Lorna.
over here. I'm green and everything.
Lorna is here. She says, "Hi, Pat and Celia." And Celia says, "Good morning." And good morning, Lorna and Pat. I know. Interrupt you, Tony. I know. I have to be quick, otherwise you'll take my spot.
She will.
So
So
nice try.
we are going to, how are we gonna do this? I'm gonna go put your shawl and spin it out right now,
Okay.
because we've had Peggy's shawl soaking in Eucalyptus for about 10 or 15 minutes right now.
Yes.
And so now I'm gonna spin that out and then we're going to, we thought we would do it on the floor here. You're probably just gonna see our heads bopping around, but we'll turn it up. We'll show it after so you can actually see what we've done. And we hope we won't knock the camera off anywhere.
No. So we're gonna do it on the floor here.
I don't know, or do you wanna do it at the big table and then bring it over? It will be way easier for us to do it at this table.
Okay.
I just can't, they'll just hear us talking in the background, and Greta, you're gonna
And
have
I
to
will
carry the program.
I'll continue to knit and we'll have our Lulu on Cindy's chair.
I just realized or noticed Greta's leggings. Greta, those are awesome.
There you go. They're
Shiny
shiny
shamrock.
shamrocks.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay, so I got this spinning.
Ah, she's spinning my shawl.
Anybody but Cindy, in no way.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm actually really pleased that she's going to do this.
Oh, it's going to be exciting to see. Putting those wires in. Have you ever done that yourself?
I have never done that before.
No.
No, I've never set a piece of work on a wire.
No.
So this is an experience. It's a learning for everybody today.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I've seen Cindy with bursts and out on a wire. And I think I helped you put the pins in.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, one time. And I thought that was really cool, but now it's gonna be neat to see it, because I've seen
Well,
it
you know,
from start to finish.
Yeah, it's that one section that we did that's so cool that has that like a square.
Yes.
And that's the only one that I thought with the dimply.
Yeah,
It seemed to dimple the other stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
how that'll help flatten that out, because I know it will.
Okay, here we are ready. So,
Can you
Could I
can you
lift
put
the-
board?
Could I lift the camera?
How about the
well, we're gonna,
table?
I got it all taped.
Could I lift the
Okay.
whole table for you guys?
We could probably put the table
Yeah.
on, yeah,
Yeah.
would show us, I guess.
So are we using the external camera or are we using
We're
the
using
camera?
the camera on the laptop.
Perfect.
Or on the iPad, that's what's,
Okay, so if we
Leggings.
on here,
however
Happy
it
face.
shows. There's a lot of manipulation that goes on to get that camera in the right spot.
okay, so
Okay.
here we go. We are not going to make anybody seasick. We're just going to try to move you onto the table, you think?
That's
Too high.
Too high.
What about on the little coffee table? Can you move the little coffee
Oh,
table
yes.
over?
I have got it.
Alrighty.
Just trying to see if you can. Yeah, you can see Cindy okay? Yeah.
Oh. Can we see you, Cindy?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's fabulous. Yes.
Oh, that's
Oh,
really good.
wonderful.
Do you wanna, can you read the comments, Frida? Maybe someone could help with these.
Can you guys see that nicely, the way Cindy's putting the shawl on the pinning rack?
So I have a great piece of, it's that interior insulation.
Morning, Kelly.
Yes.
I use that. It works great.
That blue foam insulation, how perfect is that?
Yeah.
It's large and it's light.
Long, and it's light, and I just store it against the wall.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to the hardware store.
Yeah, and they were on sale a couple weeks ago
Yeah.
for $10.
Oh, I missed that.
That's also our wall behind our.
And these are actual lace blocking wires.
Yeah, and I have some that for some reason got bent, but I'm going to find the two straight.
Lace Knitter's Pride
So Peggy,
lace
you and I are
blocking
gonna
kit.
start with the wires on each side.
Okay.
And we start, and you're just going to catch the outside edge, like you're gonna start at the top here and move this through.
Okay.
And I just work it underneath like that stitch,
Okay.
about every 3 or 4 stitches.
Okay. Very good.
So you just start, and it takes a while to get this through. And this is your finishing touch for your shawl, is getting it blocked out, because then the patterns show up, like the lace pattern and everything. This is when that all starts showing up, and it doesn't really show up beforehand till after you get this done. Rita, if you want to try one starting from the other end, and we'll meet in the middle. So, see, Peggy, so it looks like all like that.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to.
It's definitely something that takes a bit of time, but it's so worth it, and it ends up looking so beautiful in the end. So. And the nice thing about this insulation too is you can put 2 together. So I have, you can make it wider if you're doing something wider, and you can just tape it on one side.
Oh, on the back, so.
And then you can fold it, like you can fold it, so
Make
it,
a screen.
yeah, to put it away usually. And that way, it doesn't take up a lot of room, and you can have a really nice sized walking board for under $30.
That's
Yeah.
unreal.
And I only use this for walking, so it stays clean. I cleaned it really good when I first got it, because sometimes they're a bit dusty, but now it's just fine. So I thought it was a good idea, and I tried it, and it works, and it especially works nice for longer shawls like this,
Awesome.
because
Well, even the one that I'm working on, although it's an odd shape, this would have been a much better blocking. Like I had a lot of fun blocking that one just because it was a challenge. But now I know next time
you're gonna get a board.
I'm good. Well, I actually, when you mentioned that these were on sale, I mentioned it to Larry, and I have them at home now.
Oh, good.
Yes. So
Yeah, they just happened to be on sale here, so we went down and got a couple, and then we had the extra one, and I said to her, "Oh, I know what I'm using this for."
and a nice backdrop.
I got my backdrop, but I had the extra one for blocking. So I'm gonna stop about here, Rita, because as you can see, and when you get through, you're gonna join me here.
Doing it correctly?
Yep. Oh yeah. It's easier than you think. And I think having the board makes it really fast.
Yeah.
I'll start at the other end, Peggy, and get this going. I have a fair amount of experience doing these shows.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
You sort of get to know where you can put the little wire through, and
Yeah. You can see the spot after a while, I guess.
we wanted to show this today because hopefully some of you are at that spot. I did see both of Lorna's shawls earlier this week, and they are beautiful.
Wow, nice. She did each.
She did each one, yeah. They look lovely.
We needed a show and tell from Lorna today.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm so sorry about these technical difficulties today. We thought we would have things worked out, but we kept getting fooled, and I think we need a new router, so that will be a phone call.
Those things happen,
They
I'm
do.
afraid.
They do.
And that's one thing about that technology. When it happens, there's nothing you can do about
Well, and you
it.
don't really get a lot of warning about it, although we knew something was going on this weekend. It started, when did it start? I think on Friday.
Oh.
And we're like, this isn't right. Like, we moved a television and went to set the Roku back up, and it wouldn't pick up the internet.
That's
And
a
it's like,
sign, yeah.
So anyways, then but we weren't too worried about it because the laptop was going on the internet. If I don't turn anything off, it stays connected.
Oh.
But if it gets turned off, it won't pick it up again.
Oh.
So there's, something's not working right.
No.
And that's just a weird thing.
That's really strange.
Because we can't, and it just says internet not recognized. Cannot get onto the internet, and we're using the right password and everything.
Yeah.
And yet the ones that we have not touched are staying, like my laptop or my iPad, I'm not turning it off
I'm not turning
at all.
Very good.
Okay, so we are going to start now with the pins, and you're gonna we're gonna bring them over to one edge so that because we wanna stretch this, right? We want these two to cross over a little bit. Otherwise, that's a little funny. Get that one through there. Here, so we've got it.
Oh, very good.
Just
Okay.
like that. So once Rita gets there, we're not gonna move it on her while she's trying to work, because that's not nice. Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna take this and we're gonna move it over to this side and we're gonna put the pins on a slant this way so we can pull the wire against them when we get to the other side to stretch it. And we're gonna try and keep this an even distance from the edge.
Okay.
And that's the other reason I like these lines. And they don't have to be overly close, right? They can be 6 to 8 inches apart. Okay. And then we can add more pins in after as we see what's going on. So I'm just gonna go to here and then we're gonna continue on. Okay. So it's actually kind of easier than you think.
Looks so good.
So we have to get one side totally pinned before we do anything on the other side,
Okay.
so we can stretch it. Now, I do this, I don't know how everyone does this, but I do this way because I have a weaving background. And we always started at the center and then did a pin, a pin, a pin, a pin, so that, like, if you start at one side, sometimes it's not the same.
Right.
So I don't know, we always did that to get even tension. So I'm gonna pick what I think is the center, and I'm gonna pull this right open. So I want to keep these, so I want these lines, I'm taking care to make sure that's good. Okay, and I'm gonna angle my pin, and then I want to get, this one is just a little bit different here. I'm gonna do 2 here. Okay. So
yes, because
we have to have this go through these same holes as this one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Otherwise, it's not a continuum.
Okay. Sorry.
No, no problem. It's just all the, this
So
is,
much to learn. This is good.
yeah. So if you don't, you can see what happens. It pulls out on each other.
Right.
So I want this to be behind that too. Now I'm gonna get
Yay.
better
Yes.
look. So I'm gonna try and keep this about the same. So Brita, I would normally put it through 2, because if you
Okay.
see how this is.
Yes. Should I take this?
Yeah, we're gonna do this
Yeah.
one over,
Okay.
because you get those little loops sticking
We don't
out,
want
and we
that.
don't want that,
No,
right?
okay.
So we're gonna fix that one up.
Okay.
So. And that's just things to learn as you go along, right?
have
That
to learn.
you don't pull one loop, make sure you go through 2, otherwise you get those sticky outy loops.
Right. We don't want that.
Well, it doesn't look as attractive as you could.
Well, I don't want that. No.
So you want it to look as attractive as you can.
Exactly.
Vera Gillis
Yeah.
says, good morning. You're doing exactly what I was hoping to see. I've started another wrap, but was waiting to get the first one blocked. Thanks.
Awesome.
That's
Carrie
nice.
Fell says, good morning. Lorna says, I'll send pictures later. Must be something else. Kelly Grant,
No,
enjoying just watching you guys work and listening in.
I'd asked Lorna for a show and tell. So
Oh,
she's gonna send
Lorna,
pictures.
I'm taking you outside while I hang out my blankets. Brr. She says it. That's why she's going to send pictures later. Very good. Thanks, Lorna.
I take a picture of us working hard here.
But this way, okay.
I see what, yeah, okay.
So when you have
Sorry
it in
about
there,
that.
no, that's no problem. That's, and you know, someone else might have done that without realizing it.
Right.
So it's good, I think.
This
Any
one
opportunity
here.
so we fix that up after.
Oh, okay.
We get this all pulled first, so you can see
Okay.
how it, so you can work on that end. We're trying to keep it at even distance all the way across here. Because we actually put another wire across here
Very
and pull it down. And that helps even it all out. And we're gonna hold this up better so you can see it after. I saw that and I think we're just gonna pull it through. No, we're not gonna cut it, we're gonna pull that through to the back. We're gonna take it off.
Okay.
So we're probably gonna end up taking this one out when we pull it down.
Okay.
But, so now you and I, Peggy, are going to find my straightest wires here. And we're gonna weave it across the bottom. Good. If you wanna go, why don't you do this one so you get that,
Get it right.
get the right technique this time. Yeah.
See, this is the part I'm always, like you, as you're working along, that kind of thing, you think I would have seen that, and you don't.
No,
And it was the same with the other shawl I made. When I was blocking it, was like, oh, this is interesting. So I pulled out my
you
little.
just pull the thread.
Yeah, I just pulled.
So one other thing to do when you're blocking, and I just need to find my tape measure, is we want to make sure the sides are close to the same length, right? So we can grab the tape measure here, and we're going to just pull that down to the edge. So we're blocking out at about 60 inches.
Although, yeah.
Okay. And so when we pull these wires, we're gonna make sure both sides are at 60 inches.
Oh, good. Okay.
So that it's, 'cause I think
Is that better,
So
Cindy?
this-
Is that one?
this one we gotta pull down a bit more.
Yep. Is that
Which is
right,
fine.
Cindy? Is that the,
Yes.
okay, getting a hang of it. Oh, thank you, Marie.
Outside hearing.
Awesome.
Peggy, would you like
Oh,
coffee?
thanks,
I would
Marie.
love a coffee, Mary.
Like
Just if you want to make a coffee, that would be fun.
milk and sugar.
Sorry, no sugar. What was I saying? I'm all focused. So we have been rewatching Frasier because we
Okay.
found it
Oh, yeah.
on. And you know, I'm astounded at how well that program stands the test of time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, we actually purchased a box set of WKRP because Larry was in radio when he was younger.
Yeah.
That does not stand the test
No.
of time.
Oh, no, it would
at
be
all.
very,
It's
very
so inappropriate.
inappropriate now, eh?
Oh, unbelievably so. But Frasier really does. They actually, in the very first season, talk about global warming.
Wow.
Yeah, the dad mentions it. But yeah, we're quite enjoying it. Apparently, they're going to do a new, like they're doing another. What do they call that? Reboot?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, come around this way.
Oh, this is looking really good. They do. You have to, it's a fiddly process. Fiddly but worth it.
Oh, yes.
Because you can already see the difference in this. See how
Oh, you
this
can
is,
see.
yeah,
That was the only one that
and
I was
it blocks out all the time.
I like the way you did yours with the angle. That was
Yeah, that's the more cool, I think.
And when I have started my Tranquility Soft and use my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Would this stuff be itchy because it has a sparkle?
I don't think so. It shouldn't be.
short to do it across the table.
I know, I have.
I really like this table because I can put it in the middle and I can move around it,
Yes.
and and it's all good,
Yeah.
you know?
It's a nice height, this table.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
for
that's
me.
the other thing.
It's for me. Okay, so if you can see, we were 60 inches on that side.
Yes.
And we're only 54 inches on this side. So it's something to be aware of. So all we have to do is we're just gonna see that
Get
this
back
is,
to the 60.
well, this is really, really loose here, right? So we don't wanna pull it out too much on that side.
Do we wanna put a pin?
Not yet. We're gonna get our sides the same
Okay.
and then we start pinning that. So now I'm at 58 inches just by smoothing that out a little bit. And this is gonna come down
Oh,
a
yes,
bit, right?
yes,
So we're gonna be fine here.
See, I wouldn't have thought of measuring that. That's, I would have been merely going along and then going, oh, this is weird.
See, I want these to look fairly even too.
Right.
So there's a few things you're checking. You're checking that your sections look even and fairly straight. They're not gonna be perfect, right? But they're gonna be pretty good. And sometimes you have to adjust where these pins are because they might be holding it from going in the right spot.
Okay.
So we're gonna get a pin in the corner here. Measure it, anything else. And we gotta pull this back a bit. And the pins are down here.
Yes.
Okay, can you grab the other end of that tape measure, Peggy?
I got
And if we're just out by about a half an inch to an inch, that's perfect, because we have to move that down. Okay, so that's good. So you wanna put a pin there. So we are really, really close at all of our things.
Okay.
So this area is gonna stretch more than this area, so you kinda work with it a bit to have it look as, you know, equal as you can. And this all looks pretty good. So now that I'm reasonably happy with this, we're gonna start down at this end. And again, we put the pins so that we can pull against them. So we're gonna angle it.
Do you measure it this way too?
Well, I've used the board.
Oh, yes,
basically.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
the board has helped me with that. So now I've got my pins here.
I'll tell you how impressed with myself I ended up doing this stuff.
It is so amazing.
I know, I've never done anything like that. That is so satisfying.
And so you can see now we need to even this out. And look how nicely that evens out. So you just need to do a little bit of work here. And another one in the corner.
Wow. Doesn't that look amazing?
You know, and the dye, having the yarn that you have made, like, I love that it's got character, is what I want to say.
Oh, thank you.
It does.
Oh, it does, absolutely.
So I think I want to get more into dyeing yarn for kits and designing my own patterns. I've got a pattern that I'm working on right now, but I really like the idea of maybe doing like 4 kits a year.
Yes, yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
So
I have to do some of your sock kits. I haven't done that.
Her sock kits are awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I haven't done
so
that.
fun.
okay, let's bring it over or hold it up so they can see how it looks now. So I can, not very. So you can see how it's fairly straight and our angle lines are pretty decent. If there's anything you want to fix up, Peggy, you can spend a little bit of time at that,
Okay.
manipulating the pins.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna raise it as much
Ooh, is that the
as I
ceiling?
can.
There we go.
So you can kind of see everything. So there. So it blocked out, whoops, to about 5 feet, 60 inches.
It doesn't look nearly as lumpy bumpy as it did when I got it.
No, it totally changes. And so Peggy, if you want to just do any rearranging, and sometimes you have to move a pin, you know, because the pin may be stopping it
Okay.
from the colors, but you can get that. So I think it looks spectacular.
Do you ever put any pins in the center?
No, it's
Never.
just never.
Never. There we go.
No, I
Good
don't.
question.
And I don't know if other people do, but I have never had to do that. Because when you take this off, it is going to feel so airy and light, and it's going to feel beautiful.
How long will it, because it doesn't feel very wet.
No, we could probably let it sit here. I usually let it stay on the board about a day.
Good.
And then I take it off.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So I just really like how it looks. Looks really great.
I'm glad you're thinking of doing the kits. I think that's a great idea.
Well, I have so much fun dyeing the colors, right? And I really like playing with color. And I guess I haven't showed you the new one I have started.
No.
I think it's underneath here. So we're gonna have to move our camera back.
Alrighty.
Let's see if we have any new comments.
Okay.
Did we just turn it around?
I think we have to
I'll
put
hold it
back
up in
on the
front of it.
ground.
Okay.
And then, so
Okay.
so I played with just 3 colors on this one.
Vera asks, can you explain the necessity of blocking a wrap?
Just because it stretches it right out and it gets to feel lighter and it shows off the powder more, especially if there is
That's
lace
very
work
dark.
in it. Because of light.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
So it's probably better if we
I'll-
take it back
we
to
can
our
get back
chairs.
to our spots.
Okay,
right?
very
And then
good.
I'll show this. So I had to get down here and figure it out. So if you and Greta want to sit down, then
You know, it's actually perfect.
Is it
We've got the
perfect?
3 chairs.
okay. You can see everybody.
We actually,
Yeah, a little bit
you actually
towards
just,
you.
if you
Sorry.
turn it this way.
Okay.
There, that's perfect.
Okay. Good. So here we are.
Thank you.
Oh, so that's done.
That was exciting.
That's excellent.
Wow, a new experience for the day. That is so wonderful.
So this is one I'm working on. You know me, I love bright colors. So I'm playing with this at the moment. I don't know what it's going to, I don't know if I'll like it or not, but I'm just working on it. So it's got some lace work, it's got some different colors in it. Yeah,
very
we'll see what
pretty.
happens.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That has a nice summery feel to it.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like how it's
this
turning
one.
out.
This looks like a.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh my
The
goodness!
stairs. It's like stairs.
Yes.
going
That
up.
is so cool.
Yeah. So I'll just keep playing around and see what happens. And I think my husband got coffee and
Oh
tea for
yes.
everyone
I think we left them in here.
We
but me.
did. Uh-oh.
I'll have to go get my own. I'll let you guys get yours, and I'll stay here. And then,
Excuse me.
so Peggy, are you working away, just getting everything
I
looking?
am, and I'm actually tidying up your space and sending a picture to my sister so I can show off.
Oh, that is
Good
just
for
so
you.
awesome.
And I will grab my cup of tea, and I will show you. So I'll show you what I'm working on right now, because of course, after today, the tree will need changing.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Because St. Patrick's Day is today, and we
Easter
have
is
those
Laura.
little
Easter is next.
shamrocks all working there.
Oh, good coffee.
Murray makes good coffee.
He does.
Okay, I'm gonna grab my cup of tea.
So I've been
Oh, I
looking
just
for
like
the
seeing
frog and
those.
toad
I do
patterns
too.
on the
This makes me
internet. I'd
so
like to
happy.
do those. So I think maybe frog and toad are going to come. I've been looking at Cindy's yarn collection, and she has some really nice greens and browns that would be perfect to do frog and toad.
Rita, who is nervous about it, is now carrying the show.
I love it.
They're laughing at me because I'm nervous on the camera, and now I'm carrying the show while
That's
they're
what I
over there
said, you
doing.
are carrying the show. So,
Oh,
I've been working on these little balls, so I'll get them showed. So this is, there's little ducks, and I have to put the little beaks on them. They get embroidered on. So that will be on the tree. And then I started doing some of the Carlos and Arnie Easter eggs. So I have egg number 1, egg number 2, and I love egg number 3. It's the little bunnies holding hands. Yeah. So I'm going to get these stuffed and on the tree. And I have a rabbit that I did from their book. And I need to find it. And then I have the rabbit tea cozy.
You have the rabbit tea cozy.
So-
That's so beautiful.
These things will all be next week's excitement on the tree.
Woohoo!
Now, you were going to explain about blocking. Vera Gillis would like to know the necessity of blocking a wrap.
Oh,
And Natalie is done. She just has to block her.
I think I answered that.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Sorry.
And Cindy was telling us that it helps to bring out the lace pattern in it.
Oh,
because
yes,
it
that's
makes
right.
it
That's
more
right.
airy,
Yeah.
and the lace will show up much
Yeah.
more with much more definition if you block it.
That's right,
Yeah.
because it doesn't show off to its best.
So you expand your holes a bit and
You-
show the direction of your pattern.
You pull it out, and the pattern really pops when you do that.
Right. That's
So that's part of the reason why I like to take the time to do the blocking, especially on shawls. And I actually even block my socks too
I do
after
that.
I use them. I've just got 2 on the blockers right now. One of them I've had done already, and the particular reason I wanted to block this one is the fact that this cable up the side does not show up unless it's blocked. It's just sort of pulls together, and it's like an indent on the sock, and it doesn't really show what's happening. So I had cable up the opposite sides of the self-striping sock, just on each side, because I was getting bored with just knitting self-striping with nothing else going on.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, if I just put a little cable up the side,
Nice.
that would look really good.
Now, would that become a kit?
Well, this was one of the sock club patterns.
So I need to join the sock club. I need to join. I sent a picture to my sister of the blocked shawl, and she loves the colors.
Yeah.
The nicest one that I got in the sock club was one that had almost the same dark blue as the beginning of your shawl in it.
Okay.
Oh, I know which one. So
That is amazing. What a,
And it comes with a pattern, right?
yeah,
it
and
does.
they're different
I'm-
patterns.
I
It had the
need to
cable
So-
up the back of the leg.
Oh, look at that
Yes. So these ones I just finished. They're these. I just blocked them. This was one of the summer ones.
Aren't they precious?
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're pretty easy. I do have all.
I haven't gotten to
in a
those yet.
pile.
I haven't gotten to those yet. I do have the sock club patterns, but I'm about 6 behind. No, I'm not that far behind.
I've
Five.
taken the sock club off for a while because I haven't had time to write new patterns.
Right.
I really need to think about it. I find it really challenging for me to get a new pattern done every month
Yes.
because I just don't have the time to design
But
a pattern.
remember with Peggy, she hasn't had your other pattern.
That's true.
So they could
She
be,
can just come in and pick something out.
you could, yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Because-
scoop on the other patterns. Oh, some
Exactly.
And where did I put all that?
So
stuff?
you shouldn't
Okay.
throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Oh.
You can start your sock club patterns again for
I
new
can,
people that
yeah.
haven't had the sock club before.
Vera asks, so do you need to block it again after wearing it a number of times? Would you need to
No,
block
I
it
would
again?
only block it if I washed it. If for some reason I had to wash it, I wouldn't be blocking it over and over and over. Maybe, I don't know, if something got spilled on it or something, or if I felt it was dirty, or I was by a campfire and it smelled like smoke all the time, or
Okay,
something.
you're talking about a shawl, or you're not talking about, you don't block the socks every time?
No, not at
No.
all. I only block them the first time so I can get good pictures and see how they look, and that's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. I hope that clarifies for Vera.
Yeah.
Very
I'm trying to find my big pile of socks I had this morning that I
good.
lost already.
These socks?
Very good.
The big pile of socks. Pile. I have them
I
sitting.
don't know if
in
it's my imagination, but the picture seems way better on her iPad than it does on the
The
I'm
big
liking
laptop.
this,
I wonder
actually.
about you guys. Is the picture better for you?
It's certainly more mobile. On the
Yeah.
iPad.
It looks great to us.
I
Well,
wonder if they can see the tape.
I know, I have it all taped up.
It's
They
all
should-
taped and
It's
secured
taped
to
to
the
the
tape.
table. Can you guys see the tape?
Well, it shouldn't because the camera's over here.
Yeah.
The camera's down
Oh,
here,
okay.
right? So the tape is on this
Like-
side.
Did you notice how the picture seems so clear and bright
does.
on
Yeah.
your iPad?
It really
What,
does.
what are they saying?
We don't know yet. We'll
Okay.
wait for a response.
Well, I was gonna show you all these socks and I put them somewhere safe.
Oh, there you
I
go.
thought I'd put them on the table back here, but I guess I didn't.
Oh, no.
And they should be easy to find because it's about 10 or 12 pairs of socks in a pile, so it's not like it disappears easy. And nice bright colors. But it's the story of my life these days. I clean up and I never find it again.
Isn't that awful?
So every time we come, the shawls that Cindy has have moved and seem to have multiplied. And
yes.
there's one there that is a color that I haven't seen before.
Oh,
And I am just loving that.
this one?
Yes.
So this is this is the Pretty Threads
Oh.
by Casablanca. So I had knit this one a while back, and it's
Look at the pattern.
Wow.
it's really pretty, and both sides are different. I don't know if I put it back here if you can see more how it looks.
Wow.
So it really is spectacular.
Oh my goodness. It's just beautiful. This is a pattern?
This is a paid pattern, Casablanca, the Pretty Threads, and it's actually, once you've knit this one, you will find this one easy to knit. But they have
I'm having
played,
a heart seizure just looking at this.
I know.
but it's really not that hard, and she's really played with the texture. And look,
It is
I don't know
so
if you can
beautiful.
see this, but see how it goes across on the
Oh, I
like
need
diagonal, then straight, then diagonal, then straight. So you just need 4 colors that you really, really like. And if people are interested, I'll set this up as a kit with a special price. You'll have to buy your pattern from her, but I can give you a price on the yarn that's a little bit better, and I can help you pick your colors. So, yeah.
Yes,
please.
I really love this. Mary Ellen Riley just did this for her daughter and sent it out to her to Vancouver.
That
And
was in blues.
it was in the
wasn't it?
blues.
Oh my gosh, that
It
was,
was
beautiful,
beautiful,
too.
yeah.
Yes, it was.
So a few people have knit this up. I have it actually in another set of colors knit.
Mm-hmm.
So it really knits up beautiful. So it's been done 3 times.
Wow.
I really enjoyed knitting this because I loved seeing how it changes direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really, really different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
And you're playing with light and dark colors, so you're getting a contrast. Now that I've knitted up once, I would probably work a little bit harder because of these really, where is it here? I'm not sure if this area, the contrast showed up as good
Oh,
as
it's
it could have.
beautiful.
But
It
it's
really
subtle.
Is.
It's really subtle.
It's
Right?
so
I
it's,
love it,
it's like
Cindy.
a cuddle or a hug.
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I absolutely adore that section.
So I do really like how it turned out.
Yes.
I'm actually, so my plan, and I know she'll never be watching this, is to send this to Asha. Because this is Asha, right?
Oh, this is the Asha shawl.
Yeah, so I had it out, but I keep asking her for her mailing address, and she must know I want to send her something, because she always forgets to give it to me. Does that sound like Asha?
That sounds like Asha. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like the sound of Asha shawl. That would be my rock star name.
Yeah, the Asha shawl, yeah.
Yes.
So I really want to send that one to her, because I just feel it's her.
Oh, yes.
So I want to get her a surprise gift in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
And
So let's see if we have any new comments. Oh, Vera says that shawl is definitely an outstanding one. I love it, Cindy.
oh yeah, it is
It
beautiful.
really is.
Okay, so you answered some of her other questions. I'm finishing my Grinch St. Patrick's Day cowl.
Ooh.
I can't wait to see these pictures. Where do you buy sock blockers? Any suggestions?
Oh, those ones were from Knit Picks. Depending on your location, most of your local yarn shops should have sock blockers. I've never brought any in. Oh no, those weren't from Knit Picks. I actually bought them in Saskatoon at Fiber Lily. At Lily,
The ones
Prairie
that,
Lily.
that I've seen on Amazon are
Mhm.
very expensive.
So
And I didn't know if that was normal.
yeah, these ones I've carted them around for years. I got them at an auction, a farm auction in Saskatchewan for like a couple bucks.
Aren't they cool?
Who's the lady who makes stockings?
Oh, Kelly.
Kelly.
These must have been for stockings, right? Because look
Yeah.
how long they are. They're over 3 feet long, for sure. And I said to Marie, you should really trace these and cut some out and
Yes, indeed.
We should make some.
Absolutely.
And we could burn your logo onto them.
so
Ah,
I thought they're pretty fun.
picture that would be just perfect for the
I like because
museum,
they're so
too.
old
Oh, yes.
and long
Yeah,
and
yeah.
big.
Mhm.
And they're, whoever made them, like one side is broken at the top, but
They have so much character.
they do. And like I said, they have been with me for over 20 years, these ones.
Wow.
Because there's some things you just don't give up in a move.
Yeah.
And I always look at them and go, oh, they don't take up much room.
No, because they're plastic.
Absolutely
That's right.
not.
That's right.
But
I
I
remember-
remember something else straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember that though? I can remember my mom having my father's socks, his work socks, on every time she did the laundry. They got put on the sock forms in
Must
the
have
basement.
been wool, so she didn't want them to shrink
Yeah.
all up on him.
Yeah.
I can
Very
remember
cool.
my mom washing sweaters and putting them on towels and
Yes.
pressing them out nice and flat
Yes.
and then putting another towel on top and rolling it up
yes,
Yes.
indeed.
and letting
yes.
it dry that way.
Yeah.
I remember her doing that.
Yeah,
I
I
remember
do.
that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was not my mom so much as my mama. But
I remember, and I actually did sweaters like that for years because that's how I thought they were done.
Yes.
And,
Of course.
and you know what? That's how I still do sweaters
Yeah.
because there's
Yeah.
another way to do it. How do you do it now?
I still do it the same way.
Yeah,
I
I
still
do
lay
as
it out
well.
flat to
That's,
dry.
that's right. Yeah.
I lay it
On
out
a
flat
towel.
to dry and then I roll it into the towel.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know.
I lay it out as long as I can.
And
then I
even
roll
with
it.
I did that sweater out of the superwash sock yarn, and I thought I probably could just put this in the dryer, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Because I throw my socks out of this yarn in the dryer.
Mhm.
Yes.
They work fine.
Yeah. I've never had trouble with it.
Yeah. But the sweater, I still lay it out flat to dry on a towel.
Do you know that Mona sweater that I started is
Mhm.
still under the table with no sleeves on it? I have
Well, you need to
finish
come
that.
over and finish that.
I
It
know.
won't take you long.
I know. Yeah, I really do have to do that. That's right, because I had started it in one color and then I had to take it out because Vicky Healy did the same color.
Oh,
Remember? And I had to, like, there wasn't enough of that same batch.
I think we have some more comments down here. So
Sorry.
I'll take my glass out. Do you have a pattern or maybe a kit? The pattern is on Ravelry, Vera. It is called The Pretty Threads, and it's by Casablanca.
My size.
And Kelly, we will trace some out for you so that you can have them this summer when you come back. That would be great. Marie will get some made for you. And Natalie, thanks for checking in, and hopefully we answered your question.
Like there was no gap at all.
And Leslie is here from Calgary. Way to go, Leslie. We love it that you join us. And Vera, I do have to tell you that I often have to pull out my work after I'm done here because it just, I usually make a mistake. Or I drop a stitch.
Those are
It's more like I drop a stitch.
Look at the boots.
Yes.
See, I
Oh,
asked you
yeah.
about the heel.
Yeah.
And I'm so pleased with it. I was just showing, because this part,
There can be a gap.
no gap.
Yeah.
No
You
gap.
gotta pull your thread really tight.
Like when
when she changed her color, she did a preparatory round with her other yarn, and it just worked out
Yeah.
perfectly.
I just
Love it.
I love this Aurora Borealis sock, and they're different. You can tell, right? And
Yeah.
that's just fabulous. Because I made a pair and I sent it to Callan for his birthday because he's well, I told you he's afraid of the dark. So I put a little note on there that they were special socks for keeping him safe in the dark. So apparently he's been wearing them to bed.
Oh,
Aw.
cute.
So yeah. But I made grown up ones. And I don't know who's going to get them because right now they're sitting there going, "You want them? You should keep them."
I think you're allowed to have your Aurora Borealis socks. And not only that, you can tell Kaylin that you have them so that when you're afraid of the dark.
Yeah, the next time I go and stay.
You could be wearing them.
Look at us.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah. He's so sweet.
There we go. So, Vera, I tend to drop stitches when I'm knitting here, and I usually have to pick them up later, or I have had to rip back a little bit. I do tend to make mistakes when I'm talking and knitting. So, and I have been progressing on my getting the second sock done. So I think I remember I told you I wasn't starting anything new until I completed my second sock. I am on my fourth second sock.
Wonderful.
I am down to only 2 socks left to do,
Okay.
and I will have
Actual pairs.
pairs of socks. Yeah.
I have 3
I have
pairs
to
of
not do that.
started socks at home that are still on needles. Cindy asks, why do you need another pair of needles that size? Oh, started another set of socks.
Yeah. I'm like you. I do them on separate needles, but at the same time.
Yes,
Because otherwise, yeah.
I like to have them both.
Plus, it makes
going.
me satisfied.
Yeah.
I got the toes, so now I start,
Exactly.
heel,
Mhm.
both heels.
Both heels.
Yep.
Yep. Love it.
Yeah.
I want a kit in blues, please.
Okay.
Like mermaid colors, like.
Okay, we'll figure that out for you.
Like, sort of inspired by these colors.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the blues and the lilacs and stuff. Yeah.
Mermaid colors.
Mermaid colors, nice.
I'm just coming to fondle my shawl. I'm all good.
That's okay.
And I'm back to yarn over knit 4,
Oh, I think I did
SSK.
So here we go. We'll finish my row and check out the next comment.
Your socks are not here in the white bin, are they?
They could be. Is there a big bunch of socks in a white bin?
There is a big bunch of socks in the white bin.
Then that's them.
These guys?
Oh,
You want to
yay.
see all my?
Absolutely.
Sorry, I went hunting for socks.
That's okay. So I had already blocked one of those socks, so here's the second sock from the one I blocked. And you can see how much nicer this shows up, right?
Serena says she's like us. She can't talk and knit.
Here's the ones I just finished last night. They're just plain knitting. These are from the demo from the sock class. Remember when I was teaching a sock class? They're just
We
plain,
were both in that sock class.
plain straight knitting.
Yeah, and they're lumpy bumpy because they haven't been blocked yet.
So these have not been blocked yet. So they will go in the sink later. And this was a self-striping one from I think it was from one of the kids. I can't remember.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
No, I just had not finished this. So I've finished these now and they have not been blocked yet. Okay. So this is from one of the sock. Is this a sock kit?
That is.
This was a sock kit.
And that's a fun one.
Yeah.
You guys, if you want to
Nice
order one of her
pattern.
sock kits, that's a great
So
pattern.
I won't
These
have
are
the colors
Cindy's-
anymore.
No,
but,
you
yeah.
have to choose your own colors, but you can, the patterns. That
And
is
then
an
this
awesome
one I
pattern.
just did in the mustard because this was from one of the Nest Yarn Box kits.
Yes.
So that's that. And this
Looks like
one,
turmeric instead of mustard.
Yeah.
It's turmeric.
this is one of the This is another kit. I don't know if you want to hold them closer.
I haven't done that one yet. That one
These colors are
is
very
sitting by my
nice.
chair.
Nice. Are these are all toe-ups, yes?
Yeah. But I have been putting the pattern in the kits for both directions,
Oh,
like
okay.
both top down and toe up.
Whoopsies.
Oh, this one
Oops, didn't fall in the
That's
These
one
look
of the
so
stripe.
comfy.
Close to the teacher's.
Oh,
Can you see?
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
and
show
see
you
the
too.
pattern.
that's
I love those socks. They're so pretty.
Ocean Waves pattern. That's called.
Oh, Murray, someone is asking about your knitting today. You're missed.
Yeah, my knitting is going really well,
And
but
here, this
it's not
is
complete.
not one of the patterns. This is a pattern I really like. It's on Ravelry and it's called Synchronicity. And I knit those for me
Oh, I think
because
precious.
they're so.
The colors are really pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
And
nice
I love
pattern.
that pattern.
That is a nice pattern.
I've knit it quite a few times because I like it so much. And
Yeah,
it's easy.
it's a really nice
and
effect.
once you get it memorized, it's easy to do. But turn them inside out. I love the inside too, and I think one day I'm going to have to knit it so the inside is the pattern.
So this is inside out.
Oh,
Isn't that nice too?
It sure is.
Right side out, inside out. It is. That's
It's
really
gorgeous.
neat.
Yeah, and I
Inside.
thought I could do that both ways.
Yeah, because yes.
So Synchronicity, it's on Ravelry. It's a free pattern, and I love it. Like I said, I've probably knit this 3 or 4 times now, just because it's easy knitting and you remember it.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
so
is so
here
fun.
is a lacy one,
I love that pattern.
and I don't know if you can see the inside out.
So this is a lace pattern.
But the
Let's see if I
inside,
can put my hand.
Oh, that's lovely.
the inside is beautiful too.
It really is.
See if you can see the lace on this pattern. No, I'm not sure that's showing through. But that's a really nice lace pattern.
And then this is a mock cable. This one. Just a little simple mock cable.
Look at the colors of my shawl. My future shawl, the next shawl.
Future show.
That's nice. That is a really nice cable.
It's a mock cable. It's much quicker than
A mock cable.
I've got all those patterns somewhere. And then this is Murray's Christmas socks for next year. I just finished.
Ah, very nice.
Nice.
So how they're bigger.
72 stitches?
72 stitches. And so it's easier to do on something that there's no pattern to it, right? Like I just wanted Christmas stripes. So, yeah. So they're a little bit bigger and they should fit him. So the bigger it is, the stripes are just a little narrower, right?
That's right.
So that's all that changes with the self-striping. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So that has been my goal, is all the second socks. So where was I at? I had, most of them were done, but these were a second sock. And these were a second sock.
And these now are all partnered up.
They all have partners, yeah. So I like this color. They're all gonna go in my sock drawer at some, or they might be gifts for next year at Christmas time. I'll have them all ready, so.
That one there is the one I've been coveting. It's the pattern,
Yeah.
the set I haven't been doing because I particularly like it.
Yeah, the colors are beautiful.
Yeah, and I
And
really,
that's the one I like the best
So-
of them all.
the challenge for me, when I design the sock patterns, is I get a little bored now just knitting a variegated as variegated, right? Just plain pattern. But the challenge is finding a little bit of a texture that shows off the variegated pattern without taking away from it. Because lace patterns don't show up that great in variegated yarn
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Unless they're really blocked out, and you're not always going to be really blocking out socks all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like this pattern because I felt it showed it off.
Really quite nicely.
That is
It
very
just added a bit of
attractive.
texture and made it not quite so boring to knit.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I know why I like that. It looks like my Aurora
it
Borealis.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
on Aurora Borealis. Because I do like Aurora Borealis. That's one of my favorite ones. So I think that's all that I have done. I'm going to show you one that I've done. I'm on the second sock. Well, I haven't picked it up yet. I have to finish it. So this was, I saw these socks online in Ravelry and I thought, I want to knit these socks. And the pattern was by Kat Bordeaux, who has since passed away a while back. And it was one of the first attempts, I think, at knitting toe-up socks, but it was done on 2 needles, and it was really, like, I follow the pattern exactly. I want to do it again on 1 needle, but the leaves on the socks go around.
Aren't
Oh,
they
I remember
lovely?
you showing me that when you started.
Yeah, so
Oh, my.
I've just about done the second sock on this one. So it's really, really pretty because those leaves go up. But unfortunately, I did the small. They are way too huge on me. Right through here,
Oh, look how they stretch.
Yeah.
they're really, really wide. Well, it's because you're knitting through the back loop. It gives you that little change on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am like this close. I just have a little bit of top left to do, and then they're done. So that is next on my list.
That's beautiful.
And then here's a single sock I did that I don't know what pattern I used. So I might have to, and I don't even know where the yarn is anymore. So
That is the most unique looking heel I think I've ever seen.
I had never done a heel like that before.
And you said it was done on 2 needles?
Yes, and I actually, once I got through there, I've switched it up to 1 long needle, and I'm going to continue working on it. It's really, really stretchy, but it's really big on my foot. So,
Needs a bigger foot than
well,
you.
I'm going to have to, I was thinking of actually my niece Cassandra. I think they will fit her.
Okay, yeah.
So I think I'll send them to her.
Nice.
She always tells me,
That's really
Auntie,
unique.
I have such big feet.
Oh.
So I was thinking these might go to her. Just
That's a
because,
good idea.
yeah, I think, I'm pretty sure she would wear them. And I think they would fit her because there's a lot of stretch in them. And part of it is that knitting through the back loop. If I stretch these out, you can actually see that really pretty pattern on it that goes in. So anyway.
I love that. I have so many socks I can't remember the pattern.
I know. So yeah, and so
That is funny.
I have to hunt. Well, I think I made it up. So now I'm gonna have to look through all my books and see if I can find what I took it from.
Right.
It's probably on a piece of paper,
Right.
wrote down somewhere, shoved in a pile.
Yeah.
Well, you were doing one day that I came that had, you were knitting a pattern into just below the toe. Do you remember that? It was like a little star pattern just below the toe. It was really cute.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that, and I think I didn't like it and ripped it all out.
Oh, okay. Because I know I haven't seen that one, so I wondered if that's what happened. Yeah.
I do a lot of starts and stops.
Oh, yeah. That's the
I
whole
get
creative
going.
process, right?
And I have it partway done, and I think I hate this. So then I just rip it out. I find if I'm frustrated knitting it, or I'm not feeling the joy when I'm knitting it, then I just let go of it.
Yeah.
And I knit a sock. I just loved how it looked, and I got it on, and I took pictures and everything, and because the pattern just really appealed to me, and it was just super spectacular. And I went to put it on, and there was no stretch. And I could not get it past, I could not get it over my heel. There was no way. And so it was just like, okay, I just learned that this pattern does not work.
Yeah.
And since that time, when I get to the heel, I try everything on over my foot to make sure there's enough stretch in it.
Yes.
And it was just inexperience and not knowing how the yarn was going to work with that particular pattern.
Right.
So I was thinking, what would this stitch be good for? Like, where would you use this stitch?
Yeah.
Because there was no give to it whatsoever.
Whatsoever.
And I thought, well, maybe you could use it in a shawl, because even if it pulled in a little bit, you saw how we can block that out.
Mhm.
Right.
You can stretch those fibers when they're wet.
Yeah.
So I think maybe there, but I don't know where else it would be good.
And you love the stitch itself.
I love the stitch. It
Mhm.
just really, really appealed to me. So it was a little frustrating, to say the least, because I had the sock, one of them done, because I put it on. I cast off and put it on and couldn't get it on.
Well, it's good to see. It's the same as that my Hermione sock experience, where did I stop and check? No. I just barreled on and realized when I was almost done the second sock that they weren't the same size. And
Yeah.
So, and now, of course, we talked about this before. It's actually on the table. I'm going to take the sock apart and use the yarn for something else,
Mhm.
because I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. Hence, doing the socks at the same time.
Mhm.
Two identical needles. That was a
Mhm.
harsh lesson, because those were pretty socks.
They are. It's pretty pattern.
And I have an extra stitch.
Do you? Oh, well, are you going to try and figure out where it is, and then I'll see if I can help you? Okay.
Oh, you are into the lace too.
Well, it's not into it. I've been into it, note of it, into it, note of it.
Maybe you miscounted.
Yes.
That's wishful.
Let's hope.
Yes.
No, I didn't miscount.
Oh, you didn't miscount.
Oh no, unfortunately.
Oh, I know it. So
1 year.
we have been working, because we have an unfinished upstairs apartment. Marie started cleaning out the boxes that have been sitting in there since we moved,
Oh.
and going through everything and deciding, keep, donate, sell, that kind of thing, which has been really good. But he found a book I had been looking for, and it's so cute. Where are you here?
Oh.
It's called Edward's Menagerie, over 40 soft and snuggly animal crochet patterns.
Oh.
I don't know how to crochet.
Oh.
Might have to help you.
Oh.
But the patterns are spectacular. And I have some natural colored yarn that I've got over the years.
Oh, look at the bunny.
Yeah,
Did you see that bunny?
the Easter Bunny.
Oh.
So there's lots I want to make. So here's the Emma the bunny with the long floppy ears.
Wow.
The
Look at her.
pictures are beautiful in that book.
Yeah, she's pretty cute. And so there's quite a few in here that really appealed to me. Alexander, the Russian blue cat.
Oh, because that's what I have, a Russian blue.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
what my cat Orange is, a Russian blue.
Polar bear.
He's a little on the green side.
The elephant.
Oh, look at
The
this bunny.
sheep.
Oh.
That's the sheep.
Oh.
Here's the sheep.
Oh.
He's cute. So I was very excited because this book has been popping into my head. Look at Georgina the hippo.
Oh my golly.
Oh my God.
Seamus the alpaca.
I'm having a bad hair day.
So they're really cute. And there's 40 of them. Wouldn't they look nice all lined up on that table?
Oh, yes.
Oh, then there's level 2. Look at the gorilla.
Level 2.
Yeah, those were the easy peasy ones.
Oh.
And then we get into the aardvark,
When's, oh, I love him. Oh. Oh my gosh.
the bear, the Dorset down sheep,
Oh.
the panda, the Siamese cat. And look at them outside.
Oh, show them that.
There's missing one. The donkey.
Oh, so cute.
There we are. And then maybe we go to level 3. I don't know.
What?
Is it level 3? Oh, the chimpanzee.
Oh.
Benedict.
Koala.
Oh, look at the edges on his ears. Is that
Yeah,
ever a cute
That's
touch?
adorable.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Highland
oh,
cow.
Oh,
Douglas,
I
the
love
Highland
him.
cow.
they're coos.
The Highland
The
cow.
Highland Cool.
There we go. The tiger.
Oh, he's so
The Palomino pony.
sweet. Mane, I love it.
The saddleback pig. The zebra.
Honest to Pete.
The nanny goat. Level 3. See, there is a level
Oh,
3.
here we go.
Oh!
That one.
Clarence the bat. He's pretty cute.
He is.
And Martin the tabby cat.
Oh, look at that.
There'll probably be a picture at the end. Another coo. A Jack Russell dog. The giraffe.
Oh, look at the giraffe.
She's cute.
She's very cute. Is there an English bulldog?
I don't know. The fox. The
Oh!
orangutan.
Honest to God.
He's pretty funny. Blake the orangutan. Oh, and here they all are out
Hanging about.
hanging about. So it's got some. So I bought this just before we left Lethbridge and packed it, and never found it again. So Siegfried the monkey, Boris the red squirrel. Look at his tail.
That is adorable.
Hamlet the cheetah, Francis the hedgehog,
I want to see his back.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse the raccoon, Bradley the gray squirrel. I love the squirrels. Noah the Zwartable sheep.
He's 3 different colors.
He's sortable.
Yeah.
That's a great word.
Christoph the wolf. And technical details. Stuffing and sewing. So it's all done in small parts that you put together. And adding facial. Oh, and here's their backs.
There, that's what we wanted to see.
This must be the hedgehog. Something number 12.
It looks like a sheep.
Francis has a back covered in wonderfully textured spikes, but no tail. That would be the hedgehog.
That would
I
be the
think.
hedgehog. Yeah.
So top knots and tails.
Look at
Yeah.
that one.
Anyway, I think it would be a little bit fun
It would be a lot
to
fun.
do that. So I found this book. And then I found, what was this one? No. Hamnet socks.
Valerie Shell says good morning. Love all the pretty colorful socks.
Ah, good. So it was just another book of hand knit socks.
Oh.
43 original patterns. So in case I don't want to put my own brain to work,
Mhm.
I can look through this.
Natalie McDonald says maybe a sock that has short rows. Look at the peacock feather shawl on Ravelry. That idea in a sock would be amazing. What's the name of the pattern of the pink sock?
Oh, I'm going to have to find it. So that pattern was only in a magazine. It was never published anywhere else. And it was from like somewhere in the early 90s or late 80s. And David, the bookstore owner, found it for me and ordered it in. Ordered me in the magazine. And I have to find out where the magazine will be somewhere on this shelf because I kept it there. So I can't remember the exact year, but it was an out-of-date magazine and he managed to get it for me. So
So my mistake had to be in the pearl row before this row.
Oh,
This was right.
sucks. Let me see if you forgot to knit 2 together.
I mean,
You didn't.
I don't think so. But you can sure.
I'm just trying to make it easier for you.
See if you can find. Very heartbroken, yeah. This pattern's gonna kill me.
It's really,
but I'm
but
not
no what?
giving up.
It's talking. It's the talking
Oh.
and
Dang nabbit.
no, you knit your 2 together. Okay.
Peacock.
Oh my goodness.
Did you find it?
Well, she mentioned, I don't know which Peacock shop, but look at these.
Oh my glory. Oh my golly, look at that.
Wow.
Whoa.
I should ask her which one she's done.
Oh boy.
Can you imagine something like that in a sock pattern?
Looks almost all like brioche.
Yes. Oh my. It's beautiful. I love the pictures people send
Me too.
of their versions of it, right?
Mm-hmm. But that first one, oh my
Mm.
golly. Look at that. That in black and white.
Okay. What kind of stitching? Blah, blah, blah. Brioche rib.
I thought it was. Looked like brioche to me.
But look at that.
Wow.
That you can put beads in.
Look at that. That one's really amazing.
Right here.
You found it?
So you see
Okay.
how it should be right here. So it's knit 1, slip 1, or slip 1, knit 1, pass, slip, stitch over. Is that what that is right here?
No, they're
Slip 1, knit 1, pass, slip, stitch over.
Natalie, which
No,
Peacock
can I
Can I
shawl
see your pattern?
did you do
SSK.
on Ravelry?
Oh, so that's slip,
slip,
Yeah.
slip, knit.
slip, knit. Okay. So slip, slip, knit, knit 1, yarn over, knit 4. There's not a slip, slip, knit here. Can you see that? So let's mark it and we'll just have to rip it back till there.
Do you remember we were talking about making hip scarves for
Yes,
your
did you
fiber?
find one?
Well,
Find
Look
one
at
that would
that.
work.
find something that would wrap around your waist and make a
Yeah.
nice
That's perfect.
little bead, little
Just
tassely
little
bits.
beads. Tassely goodness.
Always. Oh my goodness,
So if you see here too, Rita, see how your yarn over should be right here. It's on the wrong side, so yeah. We figured it out.
Yes, you did, thank you. I counted it back, but I, oh dear. Couldn't see it.
what do you call that? Rabbit hole?
Yeah,
Rabbit
you're
hole,
down
yeah.
a rabbit hole.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Who was it who mentioned the peacock
Natalie?
shawl?
It was
Natalie,
Natalie.
it's all your
You
fault.
started something, and it's not a sock.
Oh, there's some beautiful things.
Something, isn't it? Like you said, the addition of beads to some of those open work things would be so gorgeous. Right in the middle of the
Mhm.
Oh, wouldn't that be lovely done in the Aurora Borealis?
Oh yes.
Yes, it would.
Oh, see the one I really like is crochet. And I don't know how to do that. to learn now.
I
That's
have
it.
to learn crocheting is not that hard.
Crocheting is not hard.
Yeah.
It takes more yarn.
It does.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is that?
The way the stitches
The
are
way the
formed,
stitches are
they
formed, yeah.
it takes substantially more yarn. I used to, when I first started the knitting, I'd get frustrated with the knitting and rip it out and crochet something with it. So-
Oh! And you wouldn't have enough yarn.
Well, I would.
Yeah, you
I
take a
would. I'd come
project
back
of
and get it. No, I'd come back and get another yarn.
So, my cousin Leslie, who joins us, is a crocheter.
Yes.
Oh.
And she does a lot of crocheting, and I've got her doing some samples of shawls and crocheting, so that I'll
Nice.
have some samples of that.
And then you'll have your your length.
Yeah.
Slip, slip, knit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
You know what? The crocheting it's nicer with a little bit thicker yarn too, or you can double this up. It depends what your project is, right?
Well, it depends. This
Yeah.
one that we were looking at in here, the crochet peacock shawl.
Yeah, the shawl
It
would
would
be-
take a very fine lace weight.
Yeah. But I was
Yeah.
thinking, I have a whole bunch of blue I dyed up in it's either worsted weight, I think it's worsted weight,
Mm-hmm.
and I might do the Russian blue cat in blue,
Ooh.
just because I have this blue yarn.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I need to do a bunny.
Yes,
Yes.
we need a bunny. But you had a bunny pattern in the Arnie and Carlos.
I know, and I have that one knit somewhere, so
Oh.
I need to find it. I have a box that I keep all my croppy stuff in, so I need to find where I put that bunny.
Someone's a dancer.
When she's using it.
Is she using it as a
hip skirt.
Isn't
Yes.
that?
Isn't that something?
Look at that. We don't have to work quite so hard, Peggy.
Crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Ladder yarn or equivalent. Yarn
Okay.
weight is super bulky.
Really?
You know what you've
The
done?
ribbon shawl is
You
one.
slipped them and you didn't knit them,
Is
They
that
were
what
both
it is?
slipped,
They were both slipped.
but they weren't knit. Because when I did
That's
this
what
one,
talking happens.
the yarn came right back to here. I didn't have to pull it out of these two. They hadn't been knit.
That's what I did.
There you go.
Start over.
Keep going.
Yeah,
I'm just saying keep going, not start over.
No.
Keep going.
Keep going. So it's a slip slip knit right now.
You're on a slip, slip
yarn over knit
Yeah.
for slip slip knit.
Yeah.
Silly Greta. Oh.
Sorry, I'm putting in the name of. Sorry.
Are you getting it figured out?
I am.
Is this the peacock one?
Yes. I want to see the one that.
Yes.
And I'll just put it out there too, if anyone watching ever has a burning desire to knit a sock pattern that I can dye a yarn for,
Oh yes.
I'd love to do that. Or to design a sock pattern, more so than knit. If you want to try, if you ever do your own sock patterns, somebody just sent another message. I just saw it. Click up.
Lorna, I'm casting off using the stretchy bind off.
Yes.
I'll be wearing it to lunch. Oh, very good.
Oh wow.
I found it.
Okay. I'm finishing this pattern before I talk.
No talking for Greta.
She has, this is the one that she was talking about. There were different ones, but this is the peacock feather pattern.
Oh,
yeah.
that is very nice.
It has a really kind of rustic feel, doesn't it?
It does.
It
It really
does.
depends on what colors you
It
use.
almost looks
Yes,
more like
yes.
a pheasant.
Yes,
It
yes.
reminds me of a pheasant.
What a great picture in the snow.
Oh yeah. Is
Yeah.
that a free pattern or a paid pattern?
I don't, yes, it's a pay
How
pattern.
much is that?
$6.
$6?
No, yeah, I don't know
€6.
what
Euros.
Euros.
It's
I
about
don't.
$12.
It's about what?
$12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's beautiful. I love
But she's
that.
got other shawls too. So anyhow,
Mm-hmm.
Now you'll be checking that out.
Oh yes.
but you know, this is one of those things where I used to play solitaire on my iPad. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I
This
go
is
and I
way
sit
more
in
fun.
Ravelry and I'm like, oh,
Yes, isn't it?
put it in my library, put it in my bin.
Mm-hmm. It's funny how we've stopped doing mind,
And you mind
one mindless thing and taken on another.
I just like trying to explain to my husband what I'm doing. He's like, oh, it's okay, don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, I know.
talk to the hand.
A friend of mine's husband said the other day that finally he doesn't look at these craft things that people spend so much money on and say, well, why would you ever buy something like that? Because he sees how many hours she puts into her knitting, and he appreciates the effort that goes into making these things. That was one nice thing for a husband to say, too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Murray has much more appreciation for knitting now that he's done
that
his
he started,
Yes,
yeah.
indeed. I bet you he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's down a rabbit hole.
Oh yes, I'm so gone now.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to put my iPad away.
Find a knit bunny in there.
A knit, but okay, bunny.
An Easter
Yeah,
bunny.
A knit Easter bunny.
Or a bunny.
Okay, it has to be yes. Okay, unless,
Yes,
yeah,
we want
because I
to
need
knit
to.
one.
I'll have to take a tutorial on crocheting.
Yeah.
The one that Carlos Arnie have is quite long and skinny, so
Yes,
that's just
he is.
stuffing it as you knit,
Mm-hmm.
because you would never be able to. It's all kind of knit in one place. Oh, look at all the bunnies.
Oh.
There's lots.
Alice's Easter bunny socks. They are too cute.
Oh.
Oh, bunny with a pair of overalls. Look at him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a nice
He
face.
does. It's a real Peter
Who?
Cottontail.
So who out there knits stuff seasonally? Like, I do because of the studio, because I like to have something seasonal in it. But I know that's like I love knitting Christmas ornaments for on my tree, and I
I
love.
don't know if you can see if I can make his picture bigger. This bunny has knit carrots
Oh.
so that you can put the carrots in his pockets.
Oh, that is adorable. Hey?
His overalls have a pocket in the front and the back for his extra carrots. That is a riot.
How much is that one?
I don't see. It doesn't say a price.
Is it in the book?
Oh.
That is so cute.
For more information, or that, I bet it's possibly. Oh, that's only a couple bucks.
That's $2.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Digital.
€1, so it's a couple bucks. That's
That's
I'd
I
spend
would
that.
buy that. He has a really pretty face.
He
This little
does.
rabbit. Cause see how it changes under his, like for his chin where his mouth is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a very nice detail.
I like that
That's
too.
a textural detail for sure.
I would just be knitting the carrots.
The carrots are pretty cute.
I would want to do the whole thing. It's so cute.
You do the bunny, I'll do the carrots.
Yeah.
He has a nose. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Sometimes I really need a small project just so I feel like I accomplished something.
Yeah.
Because some of my projects take so long, and I just have some small ones to do so that I actually finish something. Because I find if I'm working on something big and really long, it just takes so long sometimes. So
Especially when you have to keep
Yeah.
taking it out and starting again.
And I like doing the Easter eggs because I can do one after supper. Like I can sit and.
Stitches. And at the end. And at the end.
Are you at the straight knitting after this?
No.
No. Oh, you're just at the end of that row.
Was way up into the street. Now this one, the end of it. Knit 6, knit 2 together, knit 1.
Oh, are you buying it already?
So if I don't, I won't be able to start the carrots.
You can print it off because you can get onto my wireless printer and print it off right away and look at it. Which would be fun because then
It
we can all
would.
look at it.
See what happens? I start with peacock shawls and now I bought a bunny pattern. I don't know.
Anybody else relate to that?
Oh my goodness.
Too good.
Yeah,
Too good.
What were you saying about spending monies on your hobbies?
yeah.
It's funny how that works.
No, I changed it from hobbies to things that satisfy my soul.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that better.
Oh
But that's
my.
how I justify buying costumes to dance, you know.
Yeah,
Because it's my hobby and you have to spend money on your hobbies.
you do.
I do.
Well, and the thing is, those hobbies are the things that give us pleasure in life.
Absolutely.
So we
Absolutely.
need to be aware of that. Because if you look after that part of your life, you can look after all parts of your life.
And it's funny, I'm not material like that, so it has to be something that's going to satisfy me in a more creative way.
Yeah,
If I'm spending on creativity, I don't have guilt. If I'm just buying something to keep up with the Joneses
or
or
whatever. Yeah.
it's just,
Well,
Yeah.
you know what it's like though. You buy a costume in piece and then, pardon my language, we have a stitch and bitch so that we can remove what we don't like and
Right.
add embellishments.
You make it your own.
Oh, every time.
Yeah.
If I hadn't made it myself, I have made it my own.
And when she buys a skirt, she doesn't buy one, she buys like 3 layers at least to go underneath it.
Well, yeah. Because I might not have that color
That's right.
or that
Or
fabric
that fabric.
or that width. Because our new thing now is buying. We always had 25-yard skirts, but now we're buying 35-yard silk skirts.
So obviously she needs all the colors.
I know it's bad, but we are happy.
Is it bad or is it rewarding?
It's rewarding.
I don't
not
know.
bad
It is
at
absolutely
all.
bad.
I think it's lovely.
Is that your pattern?
Yeah.
Well, just hit this one. Okay. Select printer. And then hit office check. And then hit print. 3. There. Okay.
I
then
love
you can take a
doing
look
these
at-
videos. This is way too much fun.
It is, it is.
And then it'll print off for us and we'll have it.
I love it. They're not called overalls. They're dungarees.
Dungarees.
Oh, yes,
Dungarees.
The
Perfect.
seat, the bib, the pockets. Okay, here I go. I'm on with the
You're already
carrots.
figuring out the carrot, right? What weight yarn is it? Did you check the weight of the yarn at the
No,
beginning
not
of the
yet, because
pattern?
I figured you'd help me with that regardless.
What is it? DK. Okay, so a sport or a worsted weight or DK. I've got it all.
We are going to be going through your yarn bin, looking for some
I'll be dyeing it.
orange.
Just for
But
Whoa.
dyeing it for the money.
I think the bunny will be very grateful for you dyeing it for the bunny.
I think so.
It'll help me use the brown dyes I never use.
Oh,
I don't use brown a lot, right?
okay, yeah,
So, and I have lots of it. So
I must have 3 millimeter needles, right?
I would think so.
I would think so.
Knit 4 times. Thread yarn threaded 3 millimeters, which is both tight defensive.
Is he done on round needles?
Probably
Or
four.
four?
Probably 4 needles.
I don't know. Let me go back to the beginning. I don't go to the beginning until I have to. It's like, oh, do I have all of this stuff?
I don't even know what time we're at. Anybody know
It
what time
just
we're
says 3 millimeter knitting needles.
at? Okay.
Okay.
So it doesn't look very big, so I would probably do it on straight ones.
Always read the important directions.
I know.
I'm just
Soy
checking the
stuffing.
time. Oh my goodness, we're 11:42. We're
Oh my
supposed to stop
gosh.
at 11:30.
We're good.
We're good, we're good.
I have a stitch holder, a meter of pink and black embroidery floss. Oh, for the face
For the
and the
face,
nose. Okay.
yeah.
We have embroidery yarn. That is not
I have
an issue.
tons of embroidery yarn.
A 3 shawl collection, so one is like a wrap. Okay, very good.
Now you can look through it easier.
Oh, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Well, we're going
Peacock
to.
feathers is what Cindy named my yarn.
Yes.
Maybe I need to knit that pattern. Oh, very good, Lorna.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Natalie, I need yarn dyed for my peacock feather shawl. It would be a long run color change.
Yeah, I know all about those.
I love that you got the pattern.
Not as easy as you think, but doable. Okay, we are going to say goodbye because we are well over our time. I will check all these comments when I can actually read them. So I hope everybody has a great day. Happy knitting, and we shall see you next week.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Yep.